Today on a special episode of End of the Bench, we talk about the region tournament for the men's and women's basketball teams. Stay tuned, End of the Bench starts right now. Welcome to End of the Bench. I am Michael Waters, and I would like to start off by saying that no condolences are really needed. As I said in the last episode, there were condolences given to me. He said I was sick. He made it sound like I was dead, but I was just having surgery, so no worry. And now that that's out of the way, I'm joined today by Brittany Collindress. How are you today, Brittany?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here. We have a lot to talk about today.
We do, so let's jump right into it then. Let's talk about first men's basketball. Let's take a look at where they ended their season going into the region tournament. Unfortunately, they kind of slipped off there at the end. They lost their final 3 games, and it was very frustrating because they had a similar series. Earlier on in the season, they played Snow, which went into overtime, close game. SLCC got the victory. They played NIC, and it looked as though they were going to win. They fell off. And then again against CSI, they ended up losing by +5. And it was a little bit different towards the end of the season because they actually lost to Snow by 1.
Right.
But North Idaho College and College of Southern Idaho were both the same end result.
And losing to Snow and NIC by 1 point, that is so hard, especially when this whole season you've lost to NIC every game. And so to come, the first game they lost by like 10, and then 4, and then 1. It's disappointing. It's really hard. Yeah, but what I did like, though, is looking at those numbers, is that they were able to take it down each and every game. So first they lost by 10. Right. The next game they played, they lost by 4. And then the final game, they only lost by 1. So it's getting fewer and fewer. It was getting fewer and fewer, so which is good. Yeah. Let's now transition into region tournament play for the Lady Bruins. Take a look at how they did at the end of the season and their bracket going into the region tournament. All season long, they never dropped out of the top 4. It's been an amazing season for them. 1 loss, and that with their key player out, Monique Mills, they've still been able to rack up the wins. I don't know how they do it, but it's incredible. It's definitely amazing to see how these girls work together. The chemistry with them, it's incredible, especially not just between players, but with coaches as well. Their chemistry all together is structurally sound, and I like to compare them to, let's say, the Golden State Warriors. You know, they have the best record in junior colleges in the nation currently. For some reason, they're not ranked number 1 in the nation, which I feel like doesn't make any sense. I feel like they should have that number 1 spot. But I do liken them to the Golden State Warriors because they are a fantastic team. They work well together, chemistry and all. Yeah, that chemistry, I mean, we've talked to Eva Georgieva before, and she has said that relationship with her coach, she loves it. You know, and coming from Bulgaria, that relationship is so important. And the chemistry that all the girls have out there on the court, it shows through their success this season. Right, and Eva is one of those players who was actually able to step in and help out when Monique Mills went down with her ankle injury. Right. Let's now take a look at how the women fared in the region tournament. This is not exactly the way we thought it would play out. Yeah, we thought it would have a different ending. Salt Lake Community College took on number 4 North Idaho College, and the Bruins got the win 71-57. Ma'ata Epinesa led the Bruins with 17 points, 8 rebounds, shooting 60% from the field. Tyler Clark posted double figures with 10 points and 8 rebounds, and Eva Georgieva was strong with 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. The Bruins went on to play College of Southern Idaho, where we had a devastating loss. I don't think that we saw that coming. It was 53-66. Since the SLCC Lady Bruins did so well all year round, not dropping below number 4 in the nation, they will still probably get the chance to go and play nationals. Right, and we did have 2 players from the Bruins that were named to the all-tournament team. That was Sydney Taylor and Tyler Clark. So that's exciting for them. Very exciting. Congrats to the ladies. And let's now transition to men's basketball. Let's see how they fared. This is not how you thought it would go. This is kind of how I thought it would go. But take us through what happened here in this region tournament for the men. So Salt Lake Community College took on Colorado Northwestern Community College, and I think everyone expected the Bruins to get the win on that. They won 98-56. Connor Toulson had the hot hand early. He sunk his first 3 shots from behind the arc. He went 4 for 4 from the field, and Bushman Ebbett shot 67%, 17 points.
Incredible play from them. And they also went on to play the College of Southern Idaho. They beat College of Southern Idaho once earlier on in the season, and that was at CSI. It kind of went back and forth between the teams all season long during the regular season, but in this matchup, Salt Lake was able to overcome and defeat College of Southern Idaho by a margin of 22 points in the semifinals.
Yeah, Tyler Roston recorded a double-double with a team high of 17 points and 15 rebounds to lead Salt Lake, and 2 other Bruins saw themselves in double figures. That was Connor Toulson and Gibson Johnson.
Definitely great play by them. And then you didn't necessarily see this coming, but this is what I predicted from the very beginning of the region tournament, that the Salt Lake men would take on North Idaho College, and they would actually come out on top because, as we said earlier, the first loss to North Idaho was by 10 points. The next loss to Northern Idaho was by 4. The final loss was only by a margin of 1. So they're able to learn from their mistakes and come out stronger each and every game. And this game was definitely apparent as they beat the undefeated Cardinals by 13 points.
You're right. They lost each game by fewer and fewer points, but Slick, I thought that they wouldn't be able to be capable of keeping the lead. Tyler Rosson led the Bruins, recording a double-double with a game high of 22 points and 10 rebounds. Connor Toulson went 5 for 6 behind the arc with 21 points and 5 rebounds, and Gibson Johnson was excellent in the paint, posting 13 points and 5 rebounds. And Tyler Rosson was actually named the tournament MVP, and Connor Toulson and Bushman Ebbett were named to the all-tournament team. The Salt Lake will face the winner of the Eastern Arizona and Cochise matchup in the district tournament. The game will be held inside of Bruin Arena on Saturday, March 5th at 7 p.m.
To see the schedule and results for all sports here at SLCC, be sure to visit slccbruins.com/calendar. That's it for this episode of End of the Bench. Be sure to catch our next episode of End of the Bench, where we will be sliding into how the baseball and softball teams are doing. And you can watch this and other episodes of End of the Bench at vimeo.com/SLCCvoices. You can also find us on Facebook at SLCC Student Media Center and on Twitter and Instagram at SLCCSMC. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on End of the Bench.